I am just going to find myself in the presence of somebody whose presence I don't deserve in any way, but of course he's here, a leader par excellence, somebody who teaches, he has redefined the meaning of leadership, because it's hard to call him a leader when you see him serving humanity every minute, right? So from Mr. Ash Mufare, we have learned that the word leadership actually means servanthood. He spends all the time, he takes up all the weekend, no time with family and so on, just to be here, such that our children can have a future, like my sister, Dr. Benny, has said. And if you are here, brother, friend, we love you and you are very welcome. This is Missionaries for Africa.
Good afternoon. It's a very good day. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. What an incredible October it has been in the Unpassive land so far. I want to thank you for inviting me here and thank you for organizing this. If you are able to put me on the screen side by side with Engineer Muhammad Kamal, please. Split screen between both of us as we have some information to share with you. Might lighten up your day or life, potentially.
Okay, one moment, we'll do so.
Take your time. And I don't know about Charles Osang, okay? You owe me something from Africa because when you went to Cameroon, I looked in my closet. I used to have something from Morocco, like thobe, okay, to dress up. And unfortunately, looks like my wife sold it or gave it away. However, I have something, I think is from Cameroon or I don't know if Charles here, or Gabon. And I need that because if I knew, I would have dressed up like you. You are looking amazing, impressive, love the colors there. Rarely we see that. This is known in Africa and South America, the color, the vibrant. Uh, so we apologize for the boring theme, and you are sharp. I heard about uh, the continent of Africa. Let's not think, I mean, I understand there might be some non-founder or founders who would listen to this, meaning unintelligent people still there. And I would like to break it down to them. Africa is not a country, is a continent from roughly 54 countries, 1,000 to 2,000 spoken languages, every imaginable religion, and tribe and background. Today's world meter, I believe I always have it open somewhere, probably 1.4 billion, 1 billion population, 1,400 million Africans reside in that beautiful continent, surrounded by great major water, go figure, 2 oceans, I believe, 2 big seas, the Red Sea, the Mediterranean, and obviously the Atlantic, South Atlantic, and the Indian Ocean. So, wow. So 54 countries, they have talent. They have incredible people. They have genius people. And they have people in non-passive. So there's nothing is out of reach. All right? It's a matter of time. And I heard you were talking about, oh, bad, poor. This is the impression. Africa, let me tell you something. We're all sissies, okay? African people, you can bomb them. They're strong, they're tough, physically, mentally, and they are equipped and they can tolerate any circumstances. All right, they lived wars, they lived revolutions and poverty, all of that. So don't worry about them. They got this. However, there's always room for improvement. I believe from 1965 till today, 57 years, the population gained 1 billion Africans, and the forecast says by 2050, say, roughly another quarter century, we are going to gain another 1 billion. So it's improving. But if we conquer and defeat wars, poverty, diseases, and improve our health outlook in Africa, that there's a good chance this population can increase. So it will dominate other continents. I mean, Asia's way to go because you got China and India. They should have a continent each. But but if we're looking at the next 1 billion citizens to be born, if we have a vehicle for them, they don't have to go through what their grandparents and background and heritage went through. We can change that. If we aim for a couple of simple things, always starts with education. Anything in any society without proper education, and I don't mean diplomas and all of that. You just need you have to have knowledgeable, equipped society or population, and this is what need to be done. It's been behind in that aspect unless they relocate to other continents, whether the Northern America or to Europe, and then you know how they shine. In fact, we have so many founders are originally from Africa, in the United States, in Canada, in all the European countries, and they shine. We know how intelligent they are if they get the opportunity. So there's no issue with the gene or DNA or brain structure, is just the circumstances. So that can change. So if we have education, number one, ultimately it will draw behind it better economy, lower crime, less rivals and wars and fights, and improve all the other sectors of life or all aspects of life, such as health and economy, etc. So it is critical for us to include whatever, in whatever and whichever mission we do, education is number one. Now, number two, not maybe we'll get to it, is not going to solve the problem in a charitable way. All right, if you go to every organization, any foundation, they think by digging a well or two, water, or opening a tiny school somewhere, you're going to solve it. That's not going to solve it. We have to have a complete strategy for Africa. That's why I wanted to talk to you side by side with Engineer Muhammad Kamal here today. We have started as an non-passive in Africa. We're not thinking to start, or we'll get to it, and when we have money and when we have revenue. That's not how it works. We recognize the need, and it's so obvious. We have to create the opportunity. So we started that with that. So do we have offices in Africa as on passive? Yes. More than one? Yes. Do we have other facilities and projects? Yes. Long time ago, working silently and quietly. We don't need to brag. We don't need to. So when we tell you, 1%, possibly in a good case, it's a true statement. So we have employed Africans of all different capacities and talents, from a driver to inventors. Yes, we have engineers, inventors, professors, doctors, all colors. So this is the mission of Unpassive. I respect your initiative today, and this is another motive. Without you, we wouldn't even aim that far or that high. This is how I see Africa in the future. Let's say a decade or two. Remember Dubai or United Arab Emirates? If you look 40, 50 years ago, desert. Or you see some camels, goats, and sand winds. And look at it today. Oasis is an understatement. The most lavish, luxurious place. So it's not the place. And by all means, Africa is far better, more diverse in the landscape when it comes to the Nile River or even beautiful mountains and farms and all of that. In fact, it is richer than any or most other places in natural resources. And there are undiscovered that Unpassive is, resources that we're going after. Yes, we have been studying and researching in geology and you name it. There's so much to be discovered in Africa. Well sufficient, and it can be totally independent. However, poverty draws behind it corruption, the need to fight, and that foreign manipulation and control. If we crack down on that need, meaning enrich the country in education, therefore open the opportunity for the population, that means they're going to be rich. And of course, when your situation is fine, at least fine, as Oliver says, we can expect less hate, more unity, right, Corinne? And more harmony and focus on the things that matter. If that strategy sounds too simple, but if that strategy is pushed by the people, say another billion people from outside Africa that support, I'm talking about customers of Unpassive, including you as founders, including resellers and the future users of Unpassive, that means we have an equivalent force of population are given that physical direct support to the continent. Now, here's the thing. If there's better water, energy, education, economy there, we don't need to talk about all those radical issues we face in that continent. Roughly 3 weeks ago, we said on the Nigerian meet and greet event, if we do it in Africa, it's a done deal everywhere. If we do it in Nigeria, it's a done deal everywhere. And this is exactly what we wanted to share with you. We have also been, you did not know, Unpassive is already open officially and registered in some African countries. Staff are going to work, researchers, all talents, inventors, they're equipped, and incredible, I would say, disruptive. I don't think disruptive is good enough or strong enough to describe what's coming from Africa. So when we say, my name is Ash Muffareh, with the Unpassive team and my brothers and sisters and partners like the one next to me on the screen, we will change Africa. We will improve economy. Education is critical. Therefore, health and every other sector. And if we aim for that as Pacifians, it's a done deal. No one will stop it. So the last 20 years, 2 decades, the impression, Africa, African, all of that. We just take the impression, oh, black, poor people, all of that. Yeah, in Arabic, we call it al-qarra samra, meaning the, it's not the black, it's kind of blackish or the brown. Okay, it's not the black. It's not a soda, it's a samra, meaning, you know, kind of brownish, okay, if you wish, continent. But the truth is, it is not an accurate description. I'm not talking about skin palette. I believe it or not, I could be African. All of you could look African or Indian. And in fact, I'm more African than Michael Williams. Where is he in an African event? All right. So if you think black is going to make you African, that's not what it is. Okay. African people are really, really strong mentally, spiritually, and super generous, incredible humans and human beings. And there is nothing we cannot accomplish when we follow the impassive vision. So I called the engineer not so much for him to talk, but for you to thank him for his tireless work also, because he's been working on that mission for a long time. And to clarify, yes, he's African. He got blue eyes or green eyes, okay? He is African. And some might say he's in Dubai. Yes, but he was born in Africa. He said, no, he was born in Egypt. For the unintelligent, non-passive people, Egypt is in Africa. Okay? And that's why I wanted him to be next to me so we can all thank him for all the great work, and it will change. It already started a while ago. Like, are you talking about like not this year? Yeah, like last year, before? Yes, it has started. And if you want to look at an example of intelligent people, look at all the tech pros, look at engineer Mike, look at engineer Muhammad Kamal, come on. And the ones you're gonna meet in the near future from the impassive different departments. So game on. It has been on, and we're on it, and we will not rest until it's done. Africa will be, again, another good destination for all of us to desire to go and visit, just like Dubai and other places. So it's not how it is now. This is temporary. This is the foundation, but we got everything we need to change it around. Passive will flip it around. Is it going to take 5 days? Okay. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay, it will take time, but over the coming decade or two, Africa will not be the same. Make no mistake, it already started, okay? Silently. You don't know the amount of work that is taking place yesterday, today, tomorrow, every day, around the clock. So we understand the 1,000 miles starts with one step. So for all those engineers, and start thinking with me, okay, all those, not just missionaries, okay, any talent, any qualified professional, think of it. Remember that, roads, having the countries connected across Africa. That is essential, okay? So if we have ways for transportation all across the continent between the 42 countries, 54, and make it accessible, water everywhere, internet connection, critical, and perhaps energy, power everywhere, then you're going to see the communities starting to evolve and build up, and we're going to have a more modern, and food is not going to be a topic. All right, it has enough food, and it will be a destination. Now, here's the thing: you know how we're the correction to the corruption is not a theoretical statement. Okay, Starlink. How many rockets we have, satellite by SpaceX? Don't you think one or two can cover the entire continent with the best 5G internet connection? But it's not profitable for Mr. Musk. Somebody got to pay that bill. Unpassive doesn't look that way, okay? So we don't look at how much we're going to make, you know, how we're going to milk these 1.4 billion humans. We're not going to look at that way. How can we actually give and find ways to initiate projects, employ them, and definitely build up the continent? And then those corrupted people, greedy people, they will see it as an oasis for investment or investments to come after where the movement, where the good economy, where the talent, where the human resources are. So I can see in some time, I don't know when, but it will happen, where Africa becomes a good target for those corrupted people, and they have to do it rightfully, because we're setting the standards, okay? Because we're with the people, and it will not be the same in 20 years. It will not be the same. So I don't want you to think, oh, how can we, you know, chip in and poor countries and black, broke, uneducated people. That is a misconception. They're intelligent, they're tough, okay? They have an amazing will. Nothing will get in their way, but they just need the right resources and a good strategy, and just get out of their way. You don't need to help them. They will help you. All right. So change your thinking. Think, what projects can we do? How can we connect the country, improve transportations, inventions, power, energy, all the essential resources, of course, water, and that would draw food and the following. Academy is the start. Trust me. Mark my word, okay? Academy is the start. So they don't need to travel. They don't need to beg for a visa or asylum or anything. Stay where you are. We're gonna bring education to your place, to your town, to your house, okay? And we're gonna build that continent. Now you choose. You want to be a part of this movement and be included when we say unpassive and unpassive founders, where the spark of that incredible transformation 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I'm talking in the future. Think with me. Or you want to see, I was a little naive and thinking about, like, you know, personal, selfish agenda. Oh, bless. Not so much we're going to chip in and just donations and all of that. There's not enough donations. Rich people can use donations. Trust me, okay? Wealthy people, they don't mind more donations. So you can never have enough donation to cover the need of a whole continent. All right. Needless to say, the entire world. So, Bless is teaching people how to fish and building those equipments and vehicles, the tools for them to have the opportunity. I'm talking about creating businesses, developing, inventing. We're going to need manpower to do that. That's how I want you to start thinking. Yeah, thank you for the donation. You put $100 or pounds or whatever it is. It's not going to impact the planet. It's a temporary. It's like a band-aid on a severe pandemic. Not going to fix it. Okay. But if you create an opportunity, employ, and this is what we want to do. We will fund. We will support the projects, the ideas. Now, I hope if you understand what I said so far and what we're doing, if you know more of what we're doing in the background, again, all the credit goes back to the engineer and our teams there now, okay? If you understand that, you would wish like, oh, I wish I'm African too, or I wish I can go back. If you're African and you want to be there, that time will come. If it's not today, I'm just giving you a hint today. But that time will come where people are gonna, oh, I wish I go. I'm not talking about South Africa because it has the name Africa in it. It doesn't mean it's the most African country. Okay, let's kind of like, okay, it's even more British and white, if you wish, than any other nation in Africa. I'm talking about hardcore African countries. Take a look at the map and see how it is so enriched with every possibility. Let me give you a hint. Egypt alone, if we're talking about, because okay, we mentioned Egypt earlier, like the top first, the northern east part of Africa. Uh, did you know that it's a big country and it has 110 million people, their population as of now? Did you know that 110 million people live only on or occupy 6% of the land? 94% of the Egyptian land inhabited. You see how much work we can do? How much population we can gain? They're just surrounded on the Nile River and the northern coast on the Mediterranean and some on the but it's hot on the east Red Sea side. How much opportunity do you have in a large country when 94% is like a desert, but it's not? So speaking of refugees, Somalian people go to Malaysia and Canada and US and some European countries and mistreated and there's no need for that. There's no need for that. So I hope you understand when we say it, it's already in the pipeline. It's under work, and I will not disappoint you. On-passive teams are so capable. In fact, if we don't do it on on-passive, there's no chance. We're going to expect another, century of the same cycle, doing the same thing, charity, donation, poor people, okay, and some hidden agenda. We don't know what it is. Most of it is corruption. That will happen again. But in a fraction of that, say 10% of that, this land will change because of the on-passive brains, arms, will, and talent. So I appreciate you, but please don't forget to thank the engineer, and don't ask him what you're doing, okay? He's not going to tell you that, but we are confident that we're going to change it. We will change Africa to the better. And did we start? Yes. So we don't just talk, we are already walking the walk. Thank you. I love you, Africa, brothers and sisters. And yes, I'm more African than Michael Williams. At least I'm here in the event.
Right.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Inshallah. Thank you, Corinne.
Thank you so much, Ash. We really appreciate you. And
Let's appreciate Engineer Muhammad Kamal, please.
Oh, yes, sure, we will.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And please allow me to say just a few words about really what we are and what is Mr. Ash said. It is not a matter of the work, it is also the vision beyond the work. And nothing will happen without the big vision of Mr. Ash. To be honest, yani, we had a meeting with him long time with our African experts in different fields, and they introduced to him a big opportunities in Africa. And as he is a digital man, all the time he's working in digital products, and he see so many good opportunities in different sectors, digital, physical, inventions. And he said, why not? We are on passive, we are at the top, so let's make it at the very top. So don't think it is easy, don't think it is cheap, it is so expensive, it's a lot of work is done, a lot of money is paid, a lot of resources is deployed, okay? So, but all of this, and to be honest, one of this is, I am swear, every time when I'm talking with Mr. Ash about what we are doing, he said, what if we let the founder get commission from this one? What if we let the founders get commission from that one? How we can approach that and make it commissionable for the founders? So it is all the things in his head is the founders, how he can get them profit, how he changed their life. And to be honest, a lot of things I am not agree with him. I told him, this is not what we said in the beginning with the founder. And this is something came extra. He said, no, let's make it in that way. Because we need the founder also to get something good. Let's think about it. So guys, it's a big opportunities. Different sectors will really change the shape, will change the life of Africa and our planet. So be proud of what we are doing, and very soon you will know about it. And big thanks for Mr. Ash, really, because he believed that we can do it, and he is making whatever it takes to make it in real and in the land. And as Mr. Ash said, it's started. We are not planning, it's already done, and it is under process. Thank you, Mr. Ash, and thank you for all the leaders. And Africa, stay tuned. We will conquer all the world starting from Africa, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Ash. Really appreciate, and we promise you, Ash, you have said you will not fail us. And we know that from the other way too, it's a teamwork, and we will not fail you either. We have seen the vision, we have stood up for it, and as a team, we will make it happen back home in Africa. Thank you for adopting us, and we love you so much. Keep on keeping on, and we pray for long life, good health, and strength, wisdom. Thank you. So let's quickly hear, we are just rounding up because we've been here for a few hours. And Sister Gladys, do you want to say a word of thank you to our friend? I don't want to, it's hard to call you boss because you are such a friend and a lovely brother. It's more, we enjoy you as a brother and not as a boss. So thank you. Sister Gladys, are you there, please? I give you 1 minute to say a word to our friend, Mr. Ash Mufare, after which we'll call on the last two people to close us so people can go and have some rest. Sister Gladys, are you there, please?
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Thank you for giving me this chance. Our brother and friend, Mr. Ash Mufare and Mohammed Kamal, we love you. I speak on behalf of all Africans. Our love from our hearts to you, because when you met us, the founders, all the 1.5 million, you never judged us. You met each and every one of us at the point of our needs, where we were, and you believed in us, and you knew that we could be the best if you only gave us a hand. That's all we needed. And we believe that our brothers in Africa and sisters and around the world, that's all they need. They need someone to recognize them, to recognize the potential, hold their hand, and give them that first one step. You have given us a large vision, too big that we are trying to grow into, to enlarge our visions, our dreams, and we believe that together, through OnPassive, we will accomplish them. We love you, and we are honored to have both of you here together. We will not fail you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sister Gladys. Thank you. So let's call on our sister and our mother in the house. That's how we love to call her, though. That's how we recognize her. Auntie Lynn, if you can come now to, of course, say a few words, and if you have a few announcements to make, so that our brother Apostle Mensa can finally shut down this session for us. Thank you. Auntie Lynn, are you there, please?
I am so glad to be here, and thank you very much, Mr. Ash Mufara and Mohammed Kamal, for taking your time to come here and be with us. It really does mean a lot to each and every one of us, because we know you are here to support us and our mission, which is to uplift all of the African humanity. I mean, this is such a noble cause. I believe with your support and the company's support, nothing can stop us except God. But you know, God wants this, right? So I think we're in good shape. But we want to thank you again for being here. Should I give my thanks now, Comfort? Are we rounding up?
Yes, please. You will not speak again after this, so just go for it, please.
All right. I have my thanks written down. Hold on a second. Okay, we would first of all like to thank Mr. Ash Mufara and his team for creating OnPassive. We would like to thank our Hyderabad tech team for all that they do, for without them, we wouldn't have all of these awesome products. We would like to thank Mohammed Kamal as well for being here today. We want to thank the OTEC pros, and I'll call them by name: Bob Takusi, Collins Mana, Oliver Fante, and Vincent Ete, for all they do and for their strong commitment to OnPassive. Thank you very much. We would like to thank all of the founders who support Missionaries for Africa, MFA. We would like to thank all the departments within MFA. We would like to thank June Buckingham and Myra Aquino for the beautiful Zoom background. Thank you very much for all that you do to help through these beautiful graphics. Am I missing anybody? Comfort?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's
Lynn Nakamoto.
Lynn Nakamoto is a
thank you, Lynn, for all that you do.
Thank you. Got it all. But also to thank, our higher power, God, for enabling this all to happen. It is all within this, what we call divine destiny. And I think we're in good shape. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sis. Thanks so much. Thanks. So Apostle Mensa, please, you've got 2 minutes to round up, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. We thank the Lord Jesus Christ for what he's done for us and the gift that he has given to us, Mr. Ash Mufara, CEO, and for us to have him here and Mohammed Kamal, our COO here, is a blessing to the founders and missionaries for Africa. And we want to thank you for the mind revolution that you have brought to us, not only a mind revolution, but a spiritual revolution as well. We are grateful for all the leaders who have been here. And we want to say that whatever has been shared here and being our CEO, being here to grace the occasion, we believe that it's going to continue. Let everyone put their hands on deck. And just as our CEO has put together for us, we believe that there is something great in Africans, the mindset and everything that we have. If we will empower the people, great things will happen, and we will make Mother Africa and the world proud. There is a solution here. We are so grateful for all the wonderful people that are here, and everyone that is listening. We are grateful to you. Let's let the revolution continue. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. So I think we've had a great day. Thank you, family. Thank you for coming, and thank you for making this day a great one. See you all really soon and at the very, very top. Angeline, can you unmute for people to say goodbye to our
Comfort, I have a feeling you don't want to go. You don't want this to end.
who wants to go when you are here? Who?
Exactly.
Angeline, just let us go now, please, so that I can go.
All right, let's take it to the gallery because I want you to appreciate the beauty of the graphics that we have. It is just beautiful. Thank you so much. And now we're going to unmute everybody and you can all say goodbye to one another.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.